is at third. Janet Luring is at short. Erica Polidari is at second. And Cece Wong is over at first. Logan Foreman will do the catching for the Langley, BC native. That is Morgan Reimer, the 19-year-old in the circle.
And it's actually one of the youngest batteries in the tournament that we'll see, because Logan Foreman, one of the younger players that Canada has pulled with them to this tournament. She's making her debut on the international stage at the age of 21 from Wayne State, and then transferred to Stetson University. Her mother, of course, is a very well-decorated Olympic athlete, national team athlete, rather, for Canada. So this is a star-studded lineup on both sides. We have 8 Olympians in the starting lineup for this game, and it's fitting because this entire event is the start of a long journey that ends up in LA in 2028. That road starts right here in Prague. It goes through Lima, Peru, goes through Oklahoma City, and it will travel through Redcliffe, Australia next year. And it begins right here and right now as home plate umpire Ayaka Sasajimi says play. And we are ready. Morgan Reimer with the first pitch of the tournament, and it is on the corner for a strike. We are off and running.
As mentioned, Reimer dealing with Erica Piancastelli, the 2022 HRDX, that's the Home Run Derby X contestant. So power and Olympic experience right away for the young pitcher.
Next pitch fouled away and quickly ahead. No balls and 2 strikes, Morgan Reimer. You know, you mentioned Home Run Derby. Erica Piancastelli, playing in the Mexican League, actually won that league's Home Run Derby by hitting 62 home runs, which is not bad. Not bad at all. And she added 5 home runs at the European Championship in 9 games last September as well. That also hosted here in Czechia. No 0-2, and the pitch off the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Piancastelli in the World Cup in 24 was 7 out of 16 with 3 doubles. She's going to turn 30 right at the end of this tournament. Veteran player, one of the most dangerous hitters in this tournament. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there's a drive to deep left field, but it is going to be caught by Callum Maskill just shy of the fence. And a long, loud first out. That's the way this game begins. Now, Callum Maskill might not be a familiar name to those of you who have tuned into previous World Cups, but Callum Pilgrim may be familiar. Callum getting married in the, we'll call it the offseason, but in the past September, so congratulations to her. She, of course, had the walk-off Grand Slam to give Canada the bronze medal when we were in Italy in 2024. Elisa Cicchetti fouls one straight back here. 1 strike to count to her. Cicchetti 2 out of 15 in 2024 with 2 doubles. Also participated in the Mexican Softball League. It's really a wonderful thing to see the professional softball leagues that have popped up around the world. And a lot of players in this tournament are playing and representing this great sport all over the world, as it should be for an Olympic event like this. 0-1 pitch. Missed inside. Now, we talked a bit about Morgan Reimer's age, but in the 2025 Pan American Championship that Canada won, their 3rd ever win in that competition, she went 2-0 with a 0.33 ERA. That's 21 innings pitched, 1 earned run, and 28 strikeouts. That looks good on paper. There's a pop-up left field into deep left field, but playable again for Maskill, and she's got out number 2. Maskill doing a good job here, as naturally would happen. The rain started during the anthem ceremony. A little bit more damp grounds than we had previously anticipated, but Maskill going to her left for the first catch and to her right for the second. Well, we kind of expect a bit of an offensive performance from both teams. These are 2 teams that are offense strong. Italy may be a little bit more than Canada. Canada is by far on paper on the most well-balanced roster. As the first pitch to Bella Dayton is a bit low. In the European Championship, which Italy won back in September, Bella Dayton with 5 extra base hits, 2 doubles, 3 triples. One of the fastest players in all of European competition. Yeah, she can fly. She can pretty much cover all of northern Italy with the outfield speed. As a roller foul off to the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike to her. Of course, Dayton is also active in the AUSL, playing for the Chicago Bandits. Has appeared on John Boy Warehouse games. And it's just part of the sort of growing sports landscape that includes women's professional sports. It's beautiful to see, and she's one of the faces of it. And a strike called on the inside corner. 1-2. Good job by Reimer there to come back inside. That is a pitch that Dayton has great plate coverage, but that is the place where she will likely take a pitch. So let's see if she goes back there with the 1-2. And she went inside trying to get a swing and a miss with that little back knee breaking pitch and did not get one, so the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Dayton, a graduate of the University of Texas from Wiley, Texas.
She also scored the winning run in the European Championship game versus Netherlands. And now the 2-2. Good take. Oh, strike 3 on the outside corner, and a punch out ends the first inning. A very strong one for Morgan Reimer. Start off the tournament with a flash, a strikeout and 2 flyouts, and this half inning is over. We're going to go to the bottom of the first inning, no score here in Prague. Take another look at that beautiful pitch on the outside corner. Nothing here at the 8th, who pitches for Bollate in the Series A in Italy, and her first pitch right through there, strike 1. To Emma Ensminger, who did not participate in the 2024 World Cup because she took time off to focus on her job, which is a professional firefighter. San Jose State Spartan.
Her debut for Canada came back in 2016, so celebrating 10 years with the senior national team. So that pitch missed outside.
Laura Bigaton this year in the Italian League, over 69 innings, has an ERA of 2.23. But it has been in sharp contrast to her numbers in international competition, where she's struggled a bit more. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a line drive left field. There's the first hit of the tournament off the bat of Emma Ensminger. And Canada swinging the bats out of the gate. They have a base runner to start things.
Nice, solid piece of hitting right out to left field. Easy, clean swing for Ensminger, and that will set Canada up for success, especially with their power coming up in Wong, Jones, and Harshman.
That pitch was up out over the center of the plate, and she just put a nice flat swing on it. And so now CeCe Wong, Wichita State shocker in her final season, had 14 home runs. Left-handed hitter with power. The first pitch from Bigaton. Tried to hit the outside corner and missed. 1 ball, no strikes. Wong, 23 years old, was 7 out of 17 with 2 doubles in the last World Cup.
Wong from Port Coquitlam in British Columbia. Had a home run, 7 runs batted in at the Pan American Championship.
That looked like a nice drop ball on the corner as Wong was out in front of that. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count from Laura Bigaton. Yeah, Port Coquitlam. That's one of the ones I had to ask several people. I think that's how you...
trying to remember back from my hockey days, and it didn't go well.
And the pitch misses upstairs and away, 2-1. So far, everything away to CeCe Wong, who checks down the third base coach for her signs. Laura Bigaton, Emma Ensminger on first base. Nobody out, bottom of the first, opening game, and it's going to be an action-packed week here in Prague. 2 balls and a strike from Bigaton. Ground ball to the left side, grabbed by the shortstop, underhand flip. That is a double play. Piancastelli to Rotondo to Kutsoyanopoulos, and Italy shows some defensive skill there. That was tailor-made, and 2 down quickly.
Tailor-made, but Erica Piancastelli, not a natural shortstop, has played catcher and outfield primarily in European play and in international play for Italy. Starting at shortstop, batting first here, and she did a great job to set that double play up.
Just what the doctor ordered for Laura Bigaton, 2 down, and now Kiana Jones steps up to the plate, the right fielder. And an off-speed pitch floats a little bit too high. You can see now that Bigaton is really trying to vary the speed of her pitches. Just be careful, leave that to, make sure not to leave that one out over the heart of the plate.
Jones with a pair of doubles, a triple, and a home run at the Pan Am Championships.
And now a fastball hits the outside corner, 1-1.
From Surrey, British Columbia. Went to USC, that would be South Carolina, not Southern California.
1-1 pitch. Drop ball, drops a little bit too low.
Tim, I guess we should probably mention where we're calling this game from, because it is absolutely the best position ever for broadcasters. It is also the most TV time I think either of us have gotten doing this, because we are directly behind home plate.
We are. We have a good view. I can see the spin on the ball. 2-1. There's a fly ball to right field, and it's going to go foul out of play. So the count is now even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, we've called games from the third baseline. We've called games from, seemingly in helicopters, figuratively speaking.
From the stands, from off-site locations, you name it, we've done it. But this is prime real estate.
And by the way, this ballpark is located in a beautiful area. We'll talk more about that next inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, pop fly, left side. Ranging over near the line is the shortstop Piancastelli made that catch in foul ground right up against the net, which actually leans out over to the field, and that ball did not make contact with it on the way down. So another quick inning as both pitchers trade effectively 1, 2, 3 innings. The single and the double play erased that. And so we're going to go to the second inning here in Prague. No score between Italy and Canada. This is the 18th Women's Softball World Cup. It'll be Barbara, Marta Jasperotto, and Julia Koutsounopoulos. 4-5-6 for Italy.
Barbara, 3 home runs, 9 runs batted in 9 games at the European Championship.
And that one is low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. So far, it's very similar to the way they pitched Cece Wong in the bottom of the first inning. Everything away and away and away to those left-hand sluggers. 2-0 to Mackenzie Barbara, 24 years old, Long Beach, California. And she swats a big one-hopper to the first baseman, Wong, who wins the race back to the bag. And that's the first out, 4 up, 4 down for the young Morgan Reimer. No pressure, right? Start off the new tournament with your new team on the biggest international stage there is. 4 up, 4 down.
And not only that, start off with Erika Piancastelli and just a parade of Olympians. I believe, we were talking about this before the game. This game will feature the most Olympians of any matchup in the Women's Softball World Cup group stages.
Marta Jasperotto is one of those. She's at the plate. There's 4 in the lineup for both teams, and including everybody on the bench, there's a total of 17 players, and also the 2 umpires. Ayaka Sasajimi and the third base umpire Jiling Yu were both at the 2020 Olympics. There's a swing and a miss at looked like a pitch running in on the hands of Jasperotto.
Good movement on that pitch from Reimer. So it started over the heart of the plate and cut in. Hard pitch to handle.
Jasperotto was 2 out of 9 with a home run in the 2024 Women's Softball World Cup. I think WC and I think Wild Card, but it's World Cup. Swing and a miss again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But Italy kind of is a wild card in this tournament because they have offensive power. And, you know, we've talked about this. We talked about it yesterday before the games began. This is a very evenly distributed group in terms of just who's the better team on paper. It's hard to tell. This should be a well-contested group.
And 2 teams that are very, very well represented with previous World Cup experience. This Italian team returns 82% of their team from 2024 when they hosted, and of course the stage before, the group stage in 2023.
There's a swing and a foul tip into the mid, held onto by Logan Foreman. Second strikeout for Morgan Reimer. 5 up and 5 down for the young right-hander. The UW Husky, who of course played for Heather Tarr, former U.S. national team coach. And now Julia Koutsounopoulos, the first baseman, steps up to the plate. Her father is from Athens, her mother's from Trieste. And the first pitch is a ball.
Canada returned 75% of their roster from 2024, just to finish up that thought. So lots of experience, and lots of experience with World Cups in Europe. That was the first World Cup under this 2-stage format.
There's a swing and a ground ball up the middle. Leung has it roll up her wrist and into center field. That ball looked like it took some sort of strange hop before it got to her. She was shuffling to her left and could not make the play. So the first base runner for Italy, we will see how that gets scored, whether it's a hit or an error.
Leung had a long way to go. That ball was just to the left, of the second base bag. And it would have been a bang-bang play at first base, even if she had fielded it cleanly.
She is normally a very sure-handed shortstop, so I'm sure she would tell you she should have gotten that ball. As Bella Cimino steps up to the plate. She's one of the new additions. First pitch inside corner. From Long Island, played for the North Florida Ospreys. This past season had 15 home runs. And she is expected to add some depth to this Italian lineup. 21 years of age. 2 down, runner on first, and that one is inside and low. Koutsounopoulos, the runner on first base.
Cimino, originally from Farmingdale, New York on Long Island. Right-handed hitter, does have some power.
1-1 pitch. There's a little looping line drive over the glove of Polidori into right field. And crossing all the way to third base is Koutsayanopoulos. The throw comes into Janet Lurng. And Italy has first and third now, a little two-out rally.
And Koutsayanopoulos, after what is now ruled a single, going from first to third. It was a nice piece of hitting. And second baseman Polidori could have jumped another 10 feet and still would have had trouble with that one.
That was actually Harshman who was out there at second base, I just noticed. Harshman is in the lineup as a designated player, so she came out to play the field. Polidori is still in the lineup. Anyway, a meeting in the circle now for Canada. As the hitter now, Laura Vigna. Vigna, who 27 years old, was 0 for 5 in the last World Cup, but you mentioned it before. She's always played very well in these international tournaments, and she's somebody who now has a chance to drive in a run and give Italy a lead. We look at the standings the way the last World Cup finished, with Canada winning bronze and Italy finishing last, but really the numbers, you dive inside the numbers, not a lot separates them. There's a ground ball to Lurng. She takes her time and throws to first in time to get Vigna, and that ends the threat. So Italy get 2 runners on and leave them both. We will go to the bottom. We should mention this group stage features 3 groups of 6 teams, and the top 2 teams from each group will qualify for the finals in Australia, along with 2 wild cards that will be selected from across the 3 groups. The first pitch is outside and low to this is Kelsey Harshman at the plate. It'll be Harshman, Erica Polidori, and then Larissa Franklin. Harshman is the designated player on the lineup, but she was playing second base last inning. And the pitch missed low and outside, 2-0. So far, all the left-handed hitters have been started off with pitches down and away.
Definitely using the scouting report. And you see a lot of that, particularly with the left-handed heavy lineups that most of these international teams bring. The pitching staff know to go low and inside to start.
That one drops in for a strike on the outside corner, 2-1.
And as the at-bat develops, you'll see a lot more spotting around the corners, or at least if they are successful in doing so in a tournament like this, as opposed to, say, a continental championship.
There's a swing and a fly ball swatted off to the left and out of play, 2-2. Yeah, it's another strategy. Obviously, you want to throw strikes right away, but if you know a hitter is going to be extra aggressive, maybe you throw some junk on the first pitch, see if you get an easy swing and a miss, and the hitter maybe get themselves out.
And for sure, and while both these teams are experienced, this being the first game of the World Cup, you have a little bit of a better chance of inducing that swing and miss with those.
And there's a ground ball to third. Nice pick by Cimino. She throws across the diamond. And that was one of those pitches. It was down and away, but with 2 strikes, Harshman kind of had to put it in play. And nicely done by the third baseman, Cimino.
It was basically a one-hopper out to third base. That was hit very sharply, and Cimino very smooth fielding that. I mean, if you look at the replay, she had it out of her glove and over to first so quickly, just faster than the camera.
It's all about the quick release point on the left side of the infield. So now Erica Polidori steps up to the plate.
That was a beautiful breaking ball. Wow.
Yeah, she's been starting a lot of the hitters with that off speed. Pitching backwards, I guess, is what you could call that. And at some point, you might see the hitters start looking for that. That's when it gets dangerous. The next one is too low. But so far, these 2 teams seeing eye to eye. Italy had a threat in the top of this inning. They had a runner at third base. Runners on first and third, albeit with 2 outs. And then Vigna grounded out. And so now it's Canada. You have to remember, these games are short. They go by quickly, and every inning is kind of like the last inning of the game. There's a shot foul, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
A little bit of a late swing there for Polidori, as Bigaton came in just